Once, Lord Indra, he has been recently made the king of Devas. His Amaravati is flourishing with all the riches. Everything is perfectly fine. He was going on Airavat to some place. Then Rishi Durvasa comes in. He has been visiting some higher realms. He comes with a prasad offering in the form of a garland. He thought Lord Indra is eligible for it. He's the right person for this. Why don't I give it to him? Indra takes it, but in his arrogance, he gives it to Airavat. He thought, who is this Rishi to give it to me? Like, I'm the king of the Devas. Who is he to do that? Then what Airavat does is, they were suddenly, because the flowers were so sweet, there was a bumblebee that was going on around its ears that was irritating it. And as an elephant would do, it simply threw it down and trampled it with his feet. Now Durvasa got angry. How dare you insult me? And he simply curses that whatever your arrogance is stemming from, all your riches, all your city, everything will go away into the milk ocean. Now imagine, you are mortal, you can be killed by your enemies. You recently won back a war and you lost everything. You are vulnerable. So that is where they decided, let me go to Lord Brahma for a solution. Then Lord Brahma said, why don't you ask Lord Vishnu for help? He's the right person to do that. So when Devas came up humbled, they requested that, Lord, please help me out. Prabhu, hame bacha lo. He saw their sincerity. What he says is, look, you have lost all your riches. What you need to do is, you need to churn the biggest ocean in the whole universe. That is your milk ocean. Or in Hindi, it's called as Sheer Sagar Samudra. It is so huge, Devas single-handedly cannot do that. So what Lord Vishnu suggests is, why don't you go back to your cousins, your mortal enemies, Asuras? Why don't you ask them? What is happening is, Devas had to humble down, go to their enemies and ask for help for the larger good. What did they promise to them? Now Asuras were simply, we are not too much interested in the other riches. If you give us, that is fine. But our main eyes are in the Amrit. Everybody wanted Amrit in the first place. One core thing that you relate, sometimes for the greater good, you have to join hands. Now, how this makes sense in a business point of view? We humans are habits of creature. If there's a habit that's already known to us or that comes in that periphery, we are easy to go about it. But if you want to teach Sagar something that he's not usually used to, it takes a lot of time. Zomato story that I told you, that we have been used to going out, eat the food there and come back, enjoy with our friends. That has always been our habit. Ordering from your phone and ensuring that it comes to your home, that is a very new concept. Now, if Zomato itself had to do that, we would not have had this growth in such a short period of time. Like, if you think about it, they started their food operations somewhere in the early 2012-13, somewhere odd, food delivery operations. Swiggy also started gaining traction during that time itself. So these two competitors, what they have done is, if Zomato single-handedly had to educate the customer, hey, look, Ravi, you can go and order your food from a mobile phone, and Dr. Pratik, you can sit at your home and get it sitting on your sofa, waiting for the food to come to your doorstep, everybody would laugh off. Like, what is he even talking? But Zomato and their competitor Swiggy, both of them indirectly joined hands and educated the customer. How the marketing journey goes is, first you have to pitch your product. You have to tell to the customer that, hey, look, you have a problem and this is what the solution is. If the customer doesn't realize that he has a problem, then educating him about the problem itself takes time. So that is what Swiggy and Zomato did. They highlighted on the convenience part, and to ensure that the acceleration happens, they started giving out too much discounts in the hope that once a customer is acquired, he's going to stay there for a very long time. If only Zomato was doing this single-handedly, this would have taken probably a lot more longer time than it had taken. But Zomato and Swiggy, two competitors in the same space, they educate the customer. That's how, if you see, over the years, the messaging has changed. Earlier, it was like, why don't you order your food from your home and you can get X number of discount. Now it's on, I'll give you within 20 minutes or I'll ensure you within 30 minutes. Probably they'll gonna talk later that, now what is Zomato talking? Zomato talking is about popular foods in certain cities. They're gonna ship it to you. For example, if I want to have Agra ka peta, I can sit in Hyderabad and get it. So that is how your differentiation builds. But fundamentally, if your category awareness is not there, then it's a hard task. So this is where sometimes, from a business point of view, if you're newly starting up, where there is no use case at all, you're the first one in the market, sometimes for the greater good of your business, you might have to join hands with your so-called competitors to ensure that you both survive. That is what Devas and Asuras did when they came for the Ksheer Sagar Manthan.